Well, I actually started in 1996 in the garage of my house. I had worked for another company that did this and decided it was time to move on. I had all manual grinding equipment at that time and just sectioned off a little corner of my garage and figured this is perfect. This is, where I want to go. And that lasted about a year, and I took over the rest of my garage, and that lasted another year, and then I built a shop just outside my house, and that lasted 3 years, and then we moved into Mount Calvary here with a bigger shop. We actually bought the old firehouse and moved into it, and that lasted 5 years, and then we moved into the current building we're in now.
I was a corporate employee at May Steel Corporation from 2001 to 2004. It gave me a lot of exposure into how larger companies function. In 2005, I left May Steel Corporation to continue my business, CH Welding, on a full-time basis. At May Steel, I was a corporate weld engineer, continuous improvement, responsible for approximately 460 to 480 welders and new product introduction and development.
We now employ, I think, 30 people. The sales have gone beyond what I ever imagined they would. We manufacture cutting tools. We manufacture tools that a mill workplace might use to cut a custom board or molding. We manufacture end mills, reamers, step drills, all tooling that a mold shop would use, or a tool and die shop, or a fabrication shop to machine their parts. And then we also do some very small tools for the electronics industry, dental industry, and then we also do stainless and titanium tools for the medical industry.
Currently at the Service Motors Auto Body Shop building, I am bringing on work from Cooper Power, which has 3 facilities in Wisconsin, 2 in Waukesha and 1 in South Milwaukee. It's all for power distribution. I have quoted approximately 22 different product lines, which will require approximately 5 full-time arc welders. I worked closely with 2 companies in Fond du Lac that supply CH Welding the component parts. I do not have the larger equipment such as brake presses and lasers. I outsource that. So the whole expansion based on the Cooper product lines is actually bringing funds into, including myself, 3 different companies. And then also a powder coater supplier a little bit east of here. Because
there is no schooling for grinding, tooling, a lot of people have no idea what we do here. We actually take solid carbide or solid cobalt or solid high-speed steel and make tooling out of it by grinding. The fact that there is no schooling for it, we have to take somebody fresh, and there's a lot of math involved. There's a lot of programming. They have to learn the programming for the equipment, the tolerances that we're asked to hold on these tools because of everything shrinking in the industry. All those components have to shrink with it, so the tools get smaller and smaller and smaller, and we're asked to hold tens of thousands on these tools. The operators have to be very precise, very picky. They have to take a lot of pride in their work. It's sometimes difficult to find that combination.
CH Welding employs AWS certified welders. I personally certify them myself to a standard driven by American Welding Society codes.
It's hard to entice a younger person to move out of a metropolitan area. You have to travel, I mean, it's a nice little community organization, but it's more meant for families. That part makes it maybe a little more difficult, but the staff that we have here now is very good. I was referred to the Fond du Lac Economic Development Corporation from a gentleman at National Exchange Bank here in Fond du Lac, and the ball started to roll for funding for my expansion. My bank is the one that put me in touch with Steve and helped me deal with the village board a bit here. In order to make this expansion work, we needed to abandon a street that was adjacent to my property, and we needed that for parking. When I first got in contact with Joe Becker at the Fond du Lac County Economic Development Corporation,
I was encouraged that this program would get off the ground. Joe's direct involvement and his expertise helped me understand what was required for an approval.
We also got in touch with Wisconsin Economic Development, Melissa, and she helped my son-in-law Greg set up so that we can get some tax credits for future employees. It's a pretty good credit to get for new hires. The people that we hire in the next 3 years, we get a tax credit from Wisconsin Economic Development, and we wouldn't have known anything about that without the help of Fond du Lac Economic Development.
Without his involvement, I don't think it would have happened. I would have been missing key components in the whole scope of getting the financing, and I have a great appreciation for Joe's help.
It just helps to have somebody in your corner.